My Hero Academia is over after so many years. This truly has been such a long road that has finally ended. And looking back, the series has gone through so many changes. The tournament arcs, to the characters, and even to the main character himself, Deku. This manga, no, this entire series as a whole, from the spin-offs to even the movies that were made for it, has changed anime possibly forever. For being one of the most talked about series, especially in the West, My Hero Academia has had a lot of ups and downs. From people believing for a time that the manga was one of the worst series created, to now ending for the anime. People are cheering Deku on and wishing for the series to continue. These people that once claimed that the series is nothing, giving up on it, saying that it will never finish, but now all of a sudden people are wanting even more. So what happened? How did it go from one of the most hated series to love series? Well, I can come up with 3 moments people's minds started to change about My Hero, starting with Deku versus Todoroki. The lead up to this fight, some of the best in the early stages of My Hero, as Deku is figuring out how to use his newfound abilities one for all, and at this current time he is unable to use it correctly without breaking his arms. While his classmates all have quirks, Todoroki in particular is the prodigy and the one everyone who assumes will win due to being Endeavor's son, and a lot of people not having a lot of hope in Deku. But even with everyone doubting him, he shows everyone that even with not using his quirk, he is still able to use the one thing that others do not have in his class, his smarts. By using this, he not only outsmarts his classmates, but also shows everyone he has the ability to prove himself in the race. Due to his smarts, he ends up competing in the semifinals, where each student has to do 1v1s against each other. Unsurprisingly, it's Deku versus Todoroki. He truly wants to win, and he's noticing that Todoroki is not giving it his all. It is revealed that he's truly not wanting to use his other quirk due to having not a well relationship with his father. He disregards it and tries to forgetting his father's side, but only by using the power that his mother gave him, his ice quirk. Deku, seeing this, pushes Todoroki to not give in and for him to try and give his 100%, his all. Todoroki, hearing this, accepts his challenge and vows to not back down and gives his all, with a clash that rang through all of anime manga when it came out, where people were claiming that this was the best new gen fight that we have had in all of anime at the time. But unfortunately, Deku does not win this fight. But Todoroki walks away with a newfound respect for Izuku and for his own powers, to never shy away from where he comes from. To never... Wait. I haven't even touched on the other 2 fights yet. Let me do this and then I will reveal what makes My Hero so great. The next fight is Zuko versus Class 1A. The stakes could never get any higher than this. Shigaraki has already demolished most of the city, leaving most people lost and hopeless. The truth between Endeavor and Dabi and Todoroki has officially come to light. Gran Tashino is in the hospital, and things are looking grim for our own heroes that are fighting Shigaraki as we speak. No matter what, Deku has fought tirelessly against him, and has ultimately failed to keep him from escaping, with countless heroes sacrificing themselves and in the process losing very well and respected heroes like Midnight. While some other heroes have chosen to retire, the people have lost their trust in the heroes. After the battle, Deku is exhausted and is currently recovering from this. He comes face to face with the other users of One for All. They explain to him the truth about One for All, stating that after Deku, no one will ever be able to use this ability again, and that he actually has a connection with Shigaraki due to him having All for One. That no matter what, One for All will have the ability to track him down because of the connection between the two. Izuku wakes up, deciding to leave UA, sending a message to his classmates that he has chosen to keep his distance to make sure that Shigaraki cannot bring harm to anyone at UA, and to lure him out to put an end to all of this. He ends up going with All Might to use himself as bait. But he comes across a bunch of past enemies he's fought. He ends up fighting Muscular, having some damage, but pushing through. It reminds him at what is at stake. He ends up winning the fight. Pushing himself further, he ends up fighting a hero gone rogue, Lady Naga. Deku learns how to use some of his abilities during this fight. Fajin, in order to turn the tide of battle against her, he's able to stop her with this, but once again has gotten wounded and is yet to let himself catch a break. He feels that one slip up will mean the end of UA in the world as he knows it. Deku at this point becomes unrecognizable to his peers and citizens alike. This causes for Class 1A to step in. 1A finally encounters Deku after 3 days. With his body bloody and no signs of slowing down, Class 1A decides to do something to stop him from doing any more damage to himself. They end up fighting, telling him how much he means to them, explaining that going this far will only allow Shigaraki and All For One to take his ability and destroy all of Japan this way. They express their appreciation for helping each other with their abilities and being a good friend. At the end, it's Bakugo who puts it in his head that without him, all of them would be nothing. Deku ends up finally acknowledging that maybe his friends can help and that he's truly not alone. That's because he never gave— Wait, hold on. I still need to get to the point of this video. I feel like I'm, at this point, really showing you at this point, but I think I want to touch on one more fight that really changed everything for this. This one moment is what changed people's minds and hearts and what the message of the manga is. The final battle. Everything's on the line. The fate of Japan. No, the fate of the entire world is on the line. It's time to go plus ultra. Izuku Midoriya versus Shigaraki and All For One. The city is destroyed this time. All heroes are called to action. The old generation, the new generation, everyone is putting their hopes on one person who can change the tide of battle. Izuku Midoriya, who's fighting Shigaraki with all he can. Most of the UA students have been beaten and badly wounded. Bakugo suffering some of the worst injuries, having his body stabbed, looking as if he'll never recover, while his mentor All Might is putting everything on the line as Mecha All Might, fighting All For One. With heavy damage being dealt to All Might, All For One picks up him, getting ready to end the era of All Might, when suddenly Bakugo emerges out of UA, getting ready to fight head-on, with no words being expressed between him and Midoriya. One thing is clear: save All Might. In a flash, he grabs him and brings him to safety and returns to push back All For One from getting into contact with Shigaraki to stop the end of the world. While around the world, there are people who are watching as these two heroes are trying their best to stop the villains, and all everyone can do is hope for the best. Their hopes and dreams are all on these two. As the fighting continues, Shigaraki gets the upper hand on Izuku. Unfortunately, he ends up taking one of the powers that Izuku has, which shows the other users of All For One and Midoriya how to end this fight and nightmare once and for all by giving up One For All. He's reluctant to give it up, his power, not because of the power itself, but due to his mentor, the person he looks up to, his idol, giving it to him. Putting his pride aside, he agrees to end this nightmare when he wakes up trying to finish Shigaraki off until he realizes his hands are gone. But this, of course, does not stop our hero. He pushes through with everything he's got. With this, he puts the one moment, his One For All. With Mr. Ozawa and Eri giving him a second chance, his hands grow back. He runs forward to the unknown with most of his power gone and the entire world resting on his shoulders. The classmates of 1A tell him to push through, helping him along the way. With his body bruised, everyone, his friends, his family, the heroes, the villains, telling him one thing: you got this, Midoriya. Izuku leaps up one last time with the power of One For All. With his power edging closer and closer to fending and ending this nightmare, putting All For One down once and for all. With the final smash, Izuku ends Shigaraki and All For One's reign for good, proving that you never have to give up. So, what's the point that I'm trying to tell you about this series? It's simple: to never give up. My Hero Academia as a whole shows the cast in all different points in their lives, the highs, the extreme lows, the characters' breaking points. But even with people at their limit, the one thing that it reminds us is that we will all go through a rough time, that we need to fight for what we believe in, just as Izuku Midoriya has done. The impact that he has had on the world, showing characters that no matter what struggle we say run past them, just as Midoriya has done. My Hero Academia has changed the medium of how anime is perceived in the West. Through all of the slander that the series has gotten, no matter what, people have never given up on the series. They grew with Midoriya. The changes we saw, the twists that have happened, we believed in Midoriya because of his resilience in not giving up. That with hard work and perseverance, we can make a difference. No matter how big or small, we can always leave an impact. just like Izuku has done. Thank you, My Hero Academia, for showing the world on what it means to truly never give up, no matter how young or old you are.